Well, it's really remarkable how much AI is already part of our lives, even in ways we don't always realize.
It really is. We encounter AI on a daily basis, often without even a second thought.
Right. It's kind of mind-blowing. Like, I use Google search a ton, obviously, who doesn't? But I rarely think, oh, there's some serious AI making the search work so well.
It's easy to just assume it works and not think about it, yeah.
Yeah.
But getting those tailored results, it's like Google's reading your mind sometimes. That's AI constantly learning behind the scenes.
So Wikipedia calls AI intelligence demonstrated by machines, but that feels so broad. What does that actually mean?
It's a broad term because it covers so much. Think of it like this AI is like a set of skills, cognitive skills, things we think of as human. Problem solving, learning from what it's done before, even understanding language like what we're using now.
So we're not at the robots taking over point yet.
Not quite. That makes for fun movies. But AI today is about very specific jobs, specific tasks. We design an AI for a particular purpose, whether it's, say, playing chess at a championship level or figuring out what's wrong with someone medically, or even just getting really good at translating languages.
So it's like AI is made up of these specialized building blocks, each with its own thing it's really good at.
Exactly. And by putting those specialized AI blocks together, we get these incredibly complex systems that can tackle some seriously tough challenges.
Okay, I'm hooked, but how does this all actually work? What are the core concepts?
Let's start with knowledge representation. This is all about how an AI system stores information and processes it, basically, how it makes sense of the world. It's like building a digital brain that can grasp concepts, see how things are connected, even understand abstract ideas.
Whoa, hold on. We're teaching computers to think like humans in their own way.
That's the goal. For example, self-driving cars. They use knowledge representation to navigate. They use sensors and data to build a map in their system so they can decide where to go and not run into things.
So like giving the car a brain that understands its environment, just like a human driver, but instead of eyes, it's sensors. That's
Yeah.
wild.
It really is. And it shows how AI is pushing the limits of what machines are capable of.
So now our AI's got this information, it understands it, but how does it decide what to do with all that?
That's where planning and decision-making come in. When we create an AI agent, it's got a goal, right? Maybe it's as complicated as navigating a city or as seemingly simple as, like you said, winning a game. It uses algorithms to look at its options and figure out the best way to reach its objective.
So strategic decision making based on the information it has.
Exactly. And here's where things get really cool. This is where machine learning takes center stage. Instead of us having to program in every single answer, AI systems can now learn from data. They can actually adapt and improve as they go.
Okay, now that is seriously cool. Tell me more about this machine learning magic.
There are a few different types. Supervised learning is like showing a kid flashcards we give the AI labeled data to learn from. Then there's unsupervised learning. This is more like giving a kid a puzzle. They have to
Yeah.
find the patterns themselves, no labels. And then we've got reinforcement learning, where the AI learns by trying things out, getting rewards for good choices, and, well, not rewards for bad ones.
It's like they're learning the way we do, but potentially way, way faster.
Exactly. This has led to some amazing progress, like in natural language processing. That's how well machines can understand and talk to us in our languages. You've heard of GPT models, right?
Yeah, those are the things making the crazy realistic images and writing stories. I saw that one of the Pope in a puffer jacket. It's so strange how real it looks, and it was made by AI.
Exactly. That's a perfect example of how AI is advancing so rapidly.
Sure.
It's mind-blowing what we're already able to do.
So we've gone from AI barely existing to it creating art that could pass as human. What are some of the ways it's already having a big impact, like out in the real world right now?
Healthcare is a great example. We're seeing AI being used to diagnose diseases earlier and much more accurately. It's also helping develop entirely new medications and treatments, even personalizing healthcare in ways that seemed impossible before.
That's incredible. Can you give a concrete example of that?
Take AlphaFold 2, for example.
Hmm.
It's developed by DeepMind, and it's able to predict the 3D structure of proteins, and it does it really well, really fast.
Okay, why is predicting protein structure such a big deal? Why is that a game changer?
Think of proteins as the building blocks of, well, us. They're a part of almost every biological process in our bodies. If we can understand their 3D structure, we can develop new drugs and therapies for so many different diseases.
So AI is speeding up scientific discovery. That's amazing.
Absolutely. And it's not just practical stuff. AI is also proving how good it can be at strategy and complex thinking. It's beating humans at their own games, literally.
Like when Deep Blue beat chess champion Garry Kasparov.
Exactly. And more recently, AlphaGo mastered Go, and AI is even going head-to-head with professional race car drivers in simulations.
It's like these machines are developing intuition, strategic thinking, on the fly. Pretty wild.
It really is remarkable, and this all just scratches the surface of what AI might be capable of.
And of course, we can't leave out generative AI, like ChatGPT. It's writing like us, making music, even creating those crazy realistic photos we were talking about before.
Right. It just goes to show how accessible and powerful this tech is becoming. Generative AI is getting better and easier to use all the time.
It feels like we're living in the future. But with all this progress, it's hard not to wonder about the implications.
You're right. As AI becomes more advanced and more integrated into our world, it's essential to think about how it will impact our lives in a broader sense.
So, what are the big questions we should be asking as we go further into the world of AI? What are the opportunities and the possible problems?
Those are exactly the questions we're going to dig into as we keep going with this deep dive. There's so much more to explore. We'll be looking at the potential of AI to maybe even solve some of humanity's biggest problems, as well as the ethical concerns that come with such a powerful technology. It's complex, it's fascinating, and understanding these nuances is going to be key as we head into this new frontier.
It really does feel like we're stepping into uncharted territory with AI. It has incredible potential, but also, a lot of unknowns.
Yeah, absolutely. And just like explorers, heading into a new frontier, we've got to be both curious and cautious. We need to really understand not just what AI can do, but also how it might impact us and the world around us.
So let's talk about those impacts. What are some of the potential benefits AI could bring to humanity?
The possibilities are pretty mind-blowing when you really think about it. Imagine AI helping us tackle some of the biggest problems we face as a species. Climate change, for instance. AI could be used to analyze massive amounts of data and optimize how we use energy, help us develop new renewable energy sources. It could even help us capture and store carbon emissions.
It's like giving us a new weapon in the fight against climate change, a really powerful one.
That's a great way to put it, and that's just one example. In healthcare, AI is already making huge changes in how we diagnose and treat diseases. But imagine a future where AI helps us eliminate diseases entirely, develops personalized medicine tailored to an individual's genetic makeup. We could even see AI-powered assistive technologies that dramatically improve the lives of people with disabilities.
It's like we're on the verge of medical breakthroughs that were once considered science fiction.
It's an exciting time. And it's not just healthcare and climate change. Think about the potential impacts on education, transportation, communication. Almost every aspect of our lives could be touched by AI. Imagine AI personalizing each student's learning experience, making education more engaging and effective. It could optimize traffic flow in our cities, making them more livable and reducing pollution. We could even see AI break down language barriers, connecting people across different cultures like never before.
AI has the potential to create a future that's more efficient, more connected, and more abundant for everyone. It's a future where technology empowers us to solve problems and connect with each other.
It's an inspiring vision for sure. But we also have to be realistic and acknowledge that no technology is without its downsides. We need to be prepared for the potential risks and challenges that AI might bring.
Right, it's not all going to be easy. What are some of the concerns that experts are raising about AI?
One of the biggest worries is about jobs. As AI gets more and more advanced, it's very likely that some jobs currently done by humans will be automated, and that could lead to unemployment and big economic changes.
It's that fear of machines taking over, but this time it feels a lot more real, a lot closer.
Understandably so. Some jobs will be automated. It's a question of when, not if. But it's important to remember that throughout history, whenever we've had big technological advances, we've also seen the creation of entirely new industries and jobs.
So it's not about a world without jobs, but a world with different jobs, jobs that will require different skills.
Exactly. We need to focus on providing people with the education and training they need to succeed in an economy that's being reshaped by AI.
We need to adapt and prepare the workforce for the jobs of the future.
Exactly. And it's not just about the job market, of course. Another really important concern with AI is the potential for misuse. In the wrong hands, AI could be used to create autonomous weapon systems, which could lead to really scary unintended consequences, maybe even escalate global conflicts.
That's a chilling thought, the idea of AI being used for destructive purposes instead of beneficial ones. It's like we're entering a new era of warfare with AI, one that could have really serious consequences.
That's a valid concern. This is why it's so important to start establishing clear ethical guidelines for AI development. and even international regulations, especially when it comes to military applications. We need to ensure that AI always remains under human control and is used to make the world a better place, not to harm people.
It's like we're at a crossroads with AI. We have this technology with amazing potential for good, but there's also the risk that it could make existing problems worse or create entirely new ones.
That's a great way to put it. The future of AI isn't predetermined, it's being shaped by the choices we make right now.
So, what can we do? What are the steps we can take to make sure AI is developed and used responsibly?
That's a big question, and there's no one easy answer. But I think a crucial first step is to start having open and honest conversations about the ethics of AI. And we need everyone at the table for those conversations, not just AI experts, but also ethicists, policymakers, technologists, social scientists, everyone. We need to develop a shared understanding of both the risks and the benefits, and from there, we can start creating ethical guidelines for how AI is developed and used.
We need to have those difficult conversations, even if they're uncomfortable, because if we ignore the potential downsides of AI, they're not just going to disappear.
Exactly. And it's not just about the experts. Like I said, we need to engage the public in this conversation as well. Understanding AI, how it works, what it can do, that's only going to become more important in the 21st century. The more people who understand AI, the better decisions we can make as a society.
It's about giving individuals the information they need to ask critical questions about AI, to understand how AI is already impacting their lives, and to hold those in power accountable for developing and using it responsibly.
Exactly. We also need to push for transparency and accountability in how AI systems are developed and deployed. We need to know how these systems are being built, what data they're being trained on, and what's being done to prevent bias, discrimination, and other potential harms.
It's about making sure AI is being developed in a way that aligns with our values as a society, not against them.
Exactly. And that requires a constant ongoing dialogue and collaboration between developers, policymakers, researchers, and the public.
It's a huge task, but so important. We really are talking about shaping the future here, making sure that technology benefits everyone. We can't afford to mess this up.
You're right, it's a big responsibility. But the exciting part is that we have a real chance to get this right. We can create a future where AI is a force for good, a tool that helps us solve problems, connect with each other, and just live better lives overall.
So what's next? What should we be paying attention to as AI keeps developing?
One area that's really fascinating is the pursuit of artificial general intelligence, or AGI. This is the idea of creating a machine that has the same kind of flexible intelligence we do, AI that can learn and solve problems in lots of different areas, not just one specific thing.
So instead of having an AI that's amazing at chess or diagnosing illnesses, nothing else, AGI would be more like a human brain that can tackle almost any intellectual task. That's incredible and, to be honest, a little scary.
I get that. AGI is still mostly science fiction, but it's something a lot of really smart people are working towards. And then there's the even bigger idea of superintelligence AI that's actually smarter than humans.
Okay, now we're getting into some serious unknowns. That's when it starts to feel like we're living in a sci-fi movie. The possibilities are huge, and so are the risks.
Definitely. Superintelligence brings up some big philosophical and ethical questions, and we're only just starting to think about those. We're still in the very early stages of really understanding what AI can do. We have a lot of research and discussion ahead of us as we move forward.
It's exciting and a little intimidating all at the same time. It really feels like we're on the edge of something huge.
We are. The important thing is to approach all of this with a sense of wonder and a good dose of caution. AI has the potential to change everything, for better or for worse. We have a responsibility to guide its development in a way that benefits all of humanity.
A responsibility we can't ignore. The decisions we make now will affect generations to come.
Absolutely. And one of the most important things we can do is really try to understand AI, what it can do, what it can't do, and how it could impact us and our world. The more we know, the better we can navigate the challenges and take advantage of the incredible opportunities AI offers.
We need to be participants in shaping the future of AI, not just watching it happen.
Exactly. This is a journey we're all on together.
It's been amazing talking about all of this with you. You've given us so much to think about as we learn more about AI.
It's been my pleasure. And remember, the future of AI isn't set in stone. We're shaping it right now with the choices we make, the conversations we have, and the actions we take.
And that's our deep dive into the world of artificial intelligence. We've explored its amazing potential, the incredible ways it's already changing our lives, and the important conversations we need to have as we go further into this new world. We hope this has sparked your curiosity and given you the information you need to engage in this vital conversation.